kicking off your Philippines Football League triple header right here. It is bounce back day. If you are Kaya FC Iloilo, if you could argue after getting stunned, is that an upset or not? We're going to break that down, of course. But it is a similar case also for Don Bosco Garelli United, who are also coming off that loss to Aguilas UMAC FC. It will be all up to them, of course, when they take it to the pitch later. But a big thank you for joining us right here for match number 33 at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in Manila. We've got your football action, of course, in this long weekend. Interesting, Natasha. Kaya coming off a loss, but at the end of the day, both teams are out to bounce back.
Definitely. As you did mention, it is bounce back day. Kaya with a stunning loss against Taguig, their first loss this season after getting a 5-game winning streak. And for the side of Garelli, they lost to Aguilas in their last match, and today they'd want to come out strong. Kaya, of course, hungry to get back to their winning ways. But Garelli showing this season what they are capable of, have already gotten a win to their name. And now can they do it again against the defending champions?
It is an uphill task for them, you could say. But at the end of the day, they are still in the hunt, as we know, with this season being relatively young. They have that win already so far in this campaign, just to shake off some of those chains, get them a little loose. And also, importantly, two PFL seasons ago, Garelli already got to bag their maiden win. So you could say, wala nang gigil, those nerves are already gone, so they could just simply focus already. They got to score goals, of course, given that they've managed to bag a win already. But again, it's an uphill task with Kaya as their opponent. But at the end of the day, it's all down to what happens on the pitch. And even if they may be the overmatched team on paper, what happens again will determine the outcome of this game. But we will jump ship to Kaya also in a bit. But here is that lineup of theirs. And even if they are returning, there's a lot of familiar names, with the likes of Captain Banjo Mahinay still continuing to lead the way for them.
You also have UAP standouts like Clarino and Brobe and Ariola. Ariola getting a start now in that back line. So a couple of changes for the side of Don Bosco Garelli. Bulin, Embida, Banagodos are all out, and in their place are Clarino, Owusu, Zurbito.
You also got the likes of Zorbito, who are familiar names from Garelli's core, you could say also, that they've been able to carry on, which you like, of course, because they've been able to grow not just as a team, but also with this group of players. As we have the likes of Banjo Mahina, as we mentioned, he is that center back for them. He's seen the highs and the lows of this team, of course, and of this group. So, been there, done that. Iba talaga when that team captain has been absolutely immersed.
That's right, and he also played an important role during the time that they did get that win versus Mendiola. You also have two players that have already found the back of the net for the first time this season for Garelli, with the likes of Embida and Yamaguchi. And an interesting start, as I've mentioned earlier, for Eugene Ariola, who takes a start over Tajan at that left back spot. So a UAP standout who won with FEU just last season. We'll see how he's tested out this time around in the Philippine Football League.
So with Garelli pretty much done and dusted, we will jump ship, of course, to Kaya FC Iloilo, the defending champions. It's that uphill task for them. But we'll first take it to our coach interview.
As we see with our past games, we are losing possession with the ball. We have very small possession against the ball possession against the other team. So I think that's one thing that we work with during this week, and we have high respect with Kaya. They're a strong team. They're the top team, but Don Bosco Garelli is a team that is doing their assignment. Don Bosco Garelli is a team that is learning from the past games, and so maybe other past games we are focused on our defense. This time in the following games we will try to keep on holding the ball and try to find ways to move the ball forward, and possibly we can add to our goal tally. So that's it.
And as mentioned there from Coach John Paul Masubay, they've been putting in the work. So let's see how they will be able to translate these two results. So now we will head over to Kaya FC Iloilo. As we've mentioned with Garelli now done and dusted along with our coach interview. And as we've said, they did fall to Taguig 1-0, and that is, of course, their first loss of the season. Still a bit hard to comprehend that, of course. But again, as we know, they are going to the next one, because last year Kaya also picked up, you could say, a heartbreaking experience. They got their 40-plus local match streak broken by Manila Digger. But hey, they still won the title. They got to chug all the way to the end.
And of course, in the league as well, no team can really go on undefeated all throughout the season. So this is going to be to test the mental capacity as well of these players to be able to quickly bounce back to winning ways. Of course, they are the favored team in this matchup against Garelli United. Pero sinasabi nga natin, bilog ang bola, lahat pwede mangyari sa loob ng pitch.
At the end of the day, of course, we've been covering games. Teams would rather lose now rather than lose in the end of the season or in the championship round. But here is that starting lineup for Coach Yu Hoshide. And does this raise any eyebrows, Natasha, with the names that they have so far?
Definitely, you could see that there's been a lot of rotation for the side of Kaya FC. You'd say that even in their previous game against Taguig, that was mostly a rotated squad. But this time around, a lot of changes. It shows that Coach Yushi, they really trusts everyone on his team. 6 changes as compared to last matchup. The most glaring one is Cortez will not be starting today in his place. It's going to be Nathan Bata. The likes of Ot, Diano, Ray, Bukas, and Yamazaki, who all played last game, are not going to be in the starting game, and in their place, it's going to be the likes of Eso, Basindanan playing that right back position, Bedik, Melissa, and Casambre back in the first 11.
Lucas Del Rosario, one of those players to look out for, of course. And interesting because he's going to play on the left wing, but we are aware that he's capable of being inserted in attacking mid, striker, or either side of wing. So he'll be one of those guys, of course. And that continues to show us that, hey, if Kaya may even be rotating players, for the lack of a better term, they are still that high-octane team that we are very aware of.
Lucas Del Rosario, good pickup from Maharlika for Kaya FC, as you've mentioned, playing on that left wing. Another player also to watch out for is the like of Basindanan. The last time that he did play a game, he scored a hat trick, if I'm not mistaken. So it's good to see him back in that first 11. This is his chance as well for these other players to prove what they can do.
So there you go, of course. We are nearing kickoff in a bit also. Lucas Del Rosario and his crew getting locked in, as is the case with Banjo Mahinay. And first, we are going to take a bit of a break, and we will see you later on with our pre-match ceremonies.
Yes, actually we lost against Taguig last game, so we have to bounce back stronger. So we are really try to give 100% today. Just expecting quality of the game today.
sunshine after the rains right here in our first game of the day. Let's head on to our match officials. Mick John Pineda ang referee natin ngayon at mga assistants niya ay sila Relly Balila at Romario de la Cruz. Ang fourth official ay si Crismel Cayabyab at si Roberto Hernandez ay ang ating referee assessor. And our match commissioner si Miss Paula Carmina Cervantes. A battle between David and Goliath, you could say. But both teams just thinking about executing their respective games. Coach Carl Claudio pictured on the bench, but you do see on the team sheet, it's Coach John Paul Masubay who is leading the way as they are playing a 4-4-2 right here, Natasha, as we got to break down earlier.
She is the goalkeeper of choice, the backline of Ariola, Traore, Mahinay, and Bangi. The midfield line of Clarino, Brobe, Ubusu, and Zurbito, and the two players up on top, Yamaguchi and Enkai.
Coach Yu Hoshide, on the other hand, of course, they've been in that territory, of course. Been there, done that, they're out to bounce back. Nathan Bata will man the post here for them today. And plenty of changes here and there, as we mentioned, in this 4-1-4-1.
That's right, and the back line of Arboleda on the left, Casambre and Rota. As the two center backs on the right is Basindanan. Eso, the holding midfielder. On the left is Del Rosario, midfield duo of Zambrano and Angeles. Melisa on the right and Bedic up on top.
Here we go, our game changers, of course. We expect to see them later on. Kaya in yellow and white for this one. And listed here as not eligible, meaning that he is serving a suspension, is Kaishu Yamazaki. That is why he is in the stands and is in street clothes. Lucas Del Rosario lining up on the left wing as expected. And let's recall also, still no Shuto Komaki. He did get injured early on in the season. He's also been missing the AFC Champions League 2 games of Kaya right here. For Garelli, no Angeles, no Bacon. That is Marvin Angeles, who is the twin brother of Marvin, who is in the starting 11. As this game was kicked off, Garelli in black and orange, playing from right to left. The defending champs, Kaya, as we mentioned, in yellow and white. Nathan Bata, the youngest of keepers in the rotation of Kaya FC Iloilo. But he is, or you could say, he got to shake off those nerves already because he got to make his debut already with the club professionally. And let's consider, he's gone a long way playing in that youth academy of Kaya FC. Rota. And we can confirm, Natasha, Sherman Basindanan playing right back. You really see him more of an attacking role as a right wing or maybe even striker.
Kaya knows strangers to utilizing who they have available to them, testing them out in different positions when needed.
So the clearance rattled. That's why Melisa whipped in across. It's off a Garelli player. An awkward bounce, but Clarino cleared it. Basintanan. Home run, you could say, when those are definitely out and about. Even if he was playing right back, it's a familiar area. He was moving up to attack. I'm sure you had to play out of position, Natasha, especially maybe in your collegiate days or national team days. How was that like?
Definitely, you gotta do what you gotta do if that's what the coach asks for you. It's always better to be on that first 11.
As Angeles gets it inside the area, a shot was denied here by Shotaro Ishii. And let's recall, no clean sheets yet dito para sa Garelli.
But a fantastic stop there from Ishii. That was from close range. Angeles took that low and hard. A lot of power on it.
Just as we thought Garelli will get their turn to roll the dice. It's traffic going the way of Kaya. Rota long ball to Jan Melisa. Squaring off with Eugene Ariola. FEU versus FEU. Jan. Rota. Marco Casambre. This is a backline we are familiar with. when it comes to Arboleda, Casambre, and Rota. You could say the new gun in that side is Sherwin Pasindanan. As he gets this from Melisa. Thought about it perhaps. Eric Esso. It's that extra aggression. You love though how Garelli is very compact. There is a team effort here from them. It's just not one man pulling the strings on defense.
That's right. They're trying to make sure that they have the numbers to defend the Kaya attacking players. Trying to stay compact and organized.
This will be a chance outside now of the goalkeeper area. Is Brandon Zambrano. Whipped in and stopped by the captain, Mahinay. He's that ball winner for them at the back. Unleashing on the counter.
Great work from Kaya in a transition to win that ball back. Almost all of their players were on the opposite side of that pitch. And if not stopped quickly, Garelli could have gone for a quick counter.
So they are wary, of course, on the break. You don't say lift your foot off the gas pedal once and you will suffer. Maybe a lapse of concentration, even just one instance. You see Garelli just unleash themselves. Eric Esso trying to go for it. This one over the bar. You see, of course, no surprise that Ishii will take his time. You see also, they're trying to take away momentum here that Kaya has been able to garner. But this is not the first time that these two teams are actually squaring off. 2 seasons ago, that was the 2024 season that saw teams play a single round robin of 14 games each. Kaya did defeat Garelli 12-0. Harvey Gayoso led the way there with 4 goals. The goalkeeper at the time, Kenry Balobo, grabbed the clean sheet. Basindanan couldn't get it. Clarino operating on the left. Sherwin got to recover. Took a bit of a fall. You see, Rota's been that anchor with his positioning. Eugene showing us also he's very good with his feet. So earlier we were saying Eugene Ariola versus Jan Melisa. FEU versus FEU. Let's get this. Eugene Ariola and Sherwin Basindanan were teammates in their one of their championship seasons. Arboleda got to delay the attack there. Let's remember, this is Noni Arboleda. It's his brother Han, who is a coach also in the PFL for Aguilas. Lucas got this to Zambrano. Medic. Mission accomplished there. Got it to Del Rosario. Switch intended for Jan. Take some bounces, got to secure. Defense got to recover though. 7 minutes in. Just like that, a very short spell from Garelli. Couldn't get combinations together. See the probing runs from Broby and Osu. They will knock this one back. There you go, they're getting those combinations.
And that was confident from Ishii to just keep possession, find the spaces in between, and finds it straight down the middle.
Clarino chested this one. Showing us his composure. Ariola crosses as expected. Rota botched it.
And that's a handball inside the box on Don Bosco Garelli. So the foul is called in favor for Kaya FC. The cross was made, it just fell directly to the hands of Yamaguchi.
That's why traffic will carry on here. It's the patient game that Kaya are playing. Only 7 minutes into this one. Do have 3 games again in store. even if we had no games yesterday due to the holiday break, an opportunity for the table to really get shaken up. Here comes Melisa. Left-footed cross. Blocked here by the defender Eugene Ariola again. Sindanan to Rota. Marco Casambre switched it. Arboleda. Zambrano, that main man in the midfield. We thought Arboleda was going to lose this one. He got to secure. There's the pressure from this one in guy. Heavy touch. Eric Esso. Oh, getting tripped right here. Foul given up by Nguy. This is from a promising area.
Kaya, for a moment there, able to find the passes in between. Very compact and organized Garelli. Eventually the pass of Melisa to Esso. Just a foul. Outside the box. We've seen Melisa score a banger from this distance.
We have seen plenty, of course. Not just in this season, but in all the succeeding editions, of course, of the Philippines Football League. There will be this 5-man wall to beat. Garelli, the uncomfortable team right now, playing this game to the tempo of Kaya. You don't say Kaya are in cruise control though, but you could say they have the driver's seat at the moment, but they'll need the scoreboard, of course, to show for it. As it came off the back line and just tipped over well by Shotaro Ishii. He wants that clean sheet.
Ishii having to do a lot already in the first 9 minutes of this game. The shot deflected, but still going goal-bound. Important touch for Ishii to just send that over the net.
You love that camaraderie right there, Traore, and showing that positive body language. But there's still the corner to deal with. Angeles into the goalkeeper area. Came off of Eugene. Sent to safety. This one will be a long throw, though, for Kaya. It was Traore who cleared it. Pasintanan will take his time. Getting it to Joven Bidik. The shot taken and denied. It was Zambrano who took that.
You can tell Kaya are very hungry to score. They've been putting themselves in attacking positions and opportunities to be able to capitalize. With defensive duties, standing strong for Garelli.
Rota, right-footed. It came off, but almost in here. And even if it came off a defender, that went to the way of Lucas Del Rosario. So close, yet so far.
A missed opportunity there for Kaya to get one up. The ball fell perfectly for Lucas Del Rosario. Just couldn't get the right touch to it.
Even grazed the crossbar, as we got to see. Melisa will knock it back to Simone Rota. Now, earlier, you saw that throw-in where Basindanan got it deep to Joven Bidik. And for the lack of a better term, Bidik was boxing out his defender. And that's the kapitbahay connection, because Sherman Basindanan is neighbors with Joven Bidik. Hindi lang taga Barotac Nuevo. Magkapitbahay pa. Kaya si Joven Bidik daw ang idol ni Sherman Basindanan.
It's good to see him follow in that same footsteps as well.
And then if you add things further also, Martini Ray and Sherman Basindanan have really gone up the ranks together from, you can say, high school and below to playing together with FEU in the UAP level. Tapos dito rin sa Kaya. That's why when they made their debut together, Martini Ray, Sherman, of course, were absolutely happy with that full circle moment to confirm things for them. Here's captain versus captain. Zambrano squared it to the middle. Angeles. First blood here for the defending champs in the 13th minute.
Just like that, Kaya FC turn on the Jets, get the first goal in. 12 minutes in, it was purely all attack from Kaya. The connection there from Zambrano to Angeles gets them the get-go. First goal in this matchup.
We'll take another look there. Jovin Bidik also involved in that play.
And what a pass from Zambrano in between the two defenders, able to cut it back. And Angeles just running into space, taps that in to the back of the net.
The defending champs carrying on from where they stopped. Eric Esso. Challenge there. But that one was looping and the keeper got to read it. You could see the look at, or that body language, Kaya's bench. Half of them delighted, half of them with that straight face. Job's not done here, of course. It's very early. And there's one thing for Garelli in all these losses. Been able to look at the different chinks in their armor. Nathan Pata will secure it.
I went through the Instagram.
You see the dynamic duo at the back for Kaya. We'll bring it up.
Someone's alive.
And you're talking about the players as well who have gone up the local ranks, players who have played, as you've mentioned, mga kapitbahay mo nga lang na nakita mo na lumaki dito, naglaro sa FEU, from high school to college, eventually to the men's professional league. And even sometimes the ones who make it to the national team. Makes it so easy to root for players like that when you see how much they've grown through the years.
It's like getting a first-hand seat, of course, to see your friend just grow. You see Garelli opting to bring it up. Robbie Clarino got that space, played it through. Cassandra got to read it, but there's a bit of that probing run also. Kaya bringing it up cautiously now.
Another player like that, of course, is Marco Casambre, playing that center-back role. Started out very young in his professional career as well. Kaya kahit bata pa rin siya ngayon, you feel like he is one of the veterans already in the PFL.
That's because he started early. As they try to get it to Angeles. No angle, but it's offside here. Flag is up, flag is up, says our assistant referee. And with that, we are just past the 15th minute. John Pineda signals that we have our first cooling break. We'll be having those, of course, given the conditions.
Keep up. Keep up.
Pretty much that first checkpoint. Coaches get to make adjustments here and there.
As you've mentioned, 15 minutes in, Kaya already with a goal to their name. Angeles at the 13th minute, able to convert. We haven't seen Don Bosco Garelli on the attacking end just yet, or to really test out Bata. That was a connection up on top. Medic to Del Rosario, finding Zambrano. Cut back pass, and Angeles taking it first time and finding the back of the net.
Well, let's remember Garelli did bag a win last October 18 at the same venue. That was against Valenzuela PB Minjola. And goals were courtesy of Johan Embida and Yuta Yamaguchi. That goal of Embida was actually cancelled out because Valenzuela PB Minjola got to score 10 minutes later. But 10 minutes right after Minjola got to equalize, Yuta Yamaguchi came to the rescue, made it to 1. Garelli got to see it through. They got to protect that slim lead.
But when you're also thinking about Kaya FC, especially in this game, this is not the same Kaya that played, let's say, against Taguig, wherein they played 3 games in 9 days. So it's been a week since their last game. They're much more refreshed now.
Not to take anything away, of course, from Taguig in that win, but that was always like a cause of concern for Kaya. But it is a good problem to say, uy, ang dami nating game, because we also have to play in the AFC level. And then right after you play on the weekdays, that is when you have international club games. May PFL dito.
And that's always the goal as well, on that high level.
Oh, Eric Esso picked the pocket there of Yamaguchi. It's a call here on the ground. It'll be a drop ball. Status quo there to continue play. Some build up now.
As you talked about, those number of games as well. When you win the league or you put yourself in the top one, top two, you get the privilege of representing the country on the international level, on the Champions League, on the Challenge League. Manila Digger right now doing really well there.
Now, congratulations to Manila Digger, of course. They managed to book a seat in the knockout stages of the AFC Challenge League, and they played in that tough group in Cambodia. They went undefeated, bagged 2 wins and 1 draw. Chested down here by Owusu. Let's talk about one of the central midfielders, of course, of DB Garelli. If there is Owusu, alongside him, Michael Brobby. Now, back in the day, even though it was just a bit recent, of course, there was Michael Brobby playing for the UE Red Warriors. Nagsasabay sila ni Darlton Diga. Darlton Diga playing for Adamson. Those 2 guys playing at central midfield, and they were going at it. I was aware Brobby was playing injured that season. We did not see him anymore after. But it's good to see him now, playing on the pro level. Angeles, nasa traffic. Pedic. It was 3-on-1 there. Clarino taking a bit of a fall. And that's a foul charged against Eric Esso. Speaking of the Clarino family, right? When you do mention that there is Jean-Marie Clarino, you got Coach OJ, who was part of that Manila Digger squad we were just talking about.
If you're not mistaken, there's three Clarino brothers right now playing for 3 different squads.
You also have Miggy, of course, playing the...
With Aguilas, OJ with Manila Digger.
Clarino now getting in. It was 1-3, keeping the press, winning it against Esso. Takes a fall. What's the call? No call here according to our referee. But that spell ends for Garelli, unfortunately, in their perspective. Angeles being slowed down by Eugene Ariola. Played out quickly, veteran moves. Lucas Del Rosario swapped to the other side. Well, you see that energy, of course, from Garelli on defense. Going to switch it up. Nasa gitna si Meliza. Kaya still on top of the table despite of that loss to 1 Taguig, but they are vulnerable now. Will Garelli shake up the table? And in an anticlimactic fashion, offside si Zambrano. Coach Carl making those in-game adjustments as expected.
Hobby. Yeah, it's my second job. So I shoot
About 25% into this game already. It is 1-0 thanks to Marvin Angeles. And Brandon Zambrano bagged the assist there. Ishii got this forward easily. Brobby, he's got options front, left and right. Gets this one back. Clarino to chase. Contra Basindanan. But this is a whistle against Sherwin Basindanan. Foul given. That may have been shoulder to shoulder, but maybe it was excessive. Just my speculation. Ay, nandun, kasama yung likod din pala.
the 2 games where it was 7-0.
They're definitely Definitely a foul there. And a chance now for Don Bosco Garelli just for a set piece opportunity. Send more players inside the box to really threaten up on top. Test out the goalkeeper of Kaya FC.
It's an early lifeline here right now for Don Bosco Garelli. We'll get to whip this one in. Bodies in the box as expected. An angle to whip in across. Yamaguchi and Guy standing up to this one. They whip it in. Bata couldn't get it, but it was bound for... Or no, it seems it's a corner now. Bata did enough to get it out. Pressure now being piled up. Will the Kaya defense crack? Garelli actually with some heft also to challenge Kaya FC. And Bata distributing it quickly. Took a bit of a fall also. Got it to Jovin Bedic. And doon din si Jan Meliza. He gave it to him now. 1-on-1 versus the keeper. And Ishii with the stop. And they clean it up at the back with Bangi.
I have to say, just a touch too heavy there from Jan Meliza. Did enough to keep himself on side.
Basindanan. Baka nagtataka yung mga tao. Yes, right back si Sherwin Basindanan ngayon. Marco Casambre. Just going back, Marco Casambre starting early. 16 years old when he got his first senior international cap. Starter pa when he was playing in the ASEAN Championship, where the Philippines were actually a host team. The format a lot different at that time, where games are pretty much centralized per group.
Marco Casambre also started out with Global FC. During the golden days of Global, he was a part of that team as well, so he was already exposed to a lot of international tournaments.
Babad na si Casambre dahil dun. With that experience, he's bagged. And it's with him now. Rota's gotten that chance to play with some top talent also when he was in Europe.
Not just that, he's also played for the Philippine national team.
What you are right now. You're showing more leg than
Lucas Del Rosario splits the defense with his ball. Corner here, according to our assistant referee. Both sides saying mine. Has to be no. Just trying to win it their way, getting into the heads of the officials. We've seen some corners already actually for both sides. Well, Jan Meliza, specifically in this spot of Rizal Memorial, he'd come up big. Is it going to be the case again? Cleared up well here. It's a team effort. Garelli in striking distance. 26 minutes, done and dusted. Angeles. Cleared here. Nakay Arboleda naman ngayon. Eric Esso. Bedic, binigay kay Jan Meliza. Bedic gets this one back. Steps on the brakes. Crosses it in with his left. Some shaky defending as Lucas Del Rosario disguised this one, but it seemed like he had no angle already.
It's a really tight angle there for him. Really tried to make much of.
Well, let's review the form, of course, of our two teams competing. We mentioned the standings, of course, the big picture. But when you zoom in, Garelli with a loss to Cebu 6-0, bounced back, took the 2-1 win versus Menjola, and then just plummeted back down to earth after falling to the Aguilas 3-0. But Bedek on the right. He gets tackled hard here. Bihira yun, Joven Bedek hitting the ground.
You have to give it to the defensive duties of Garelli. Able to stop all the attacks from this right-hand side.
Angeles ulit. Sent to the side. And Sherwin Basindanang throwing, causing chaos. As it's a foul once more, it will go the way of Kaya.
And as I mentioned how good the defensive duties have been of Garelli, it feels like one of those commentators' curse. You say one thing and the opposite happens. Garelli now just giving away a foul inside the box. Penalty in favor of Kaya FC Iloilo.
We'll take a closer look right here. Yung masakit dun, just inside the box. Yung foul na yun. But it is a penalty gifted. Simone Rota, the veteran here, will take it. Not really involved in the offense, of course, given that he is a defender. It seems they've elected to give him this spot kick. A chance to double the lead. This 1-0 scoreline definitely not safe. But this could work wonders for the defending champs. Rota seals it. Welcome to the Goal Scorers Club, Simone Rota.
Rota scoring his first goal this season. You could tell how much it means to the whole team, having their kuya, Simone Rota, one of the leaders of the team, getting on the score sheet. His 5th for Kaya FC.
There you go.
Nice call out.
Cool, calm, collected. Rota sends it to the bottom corner. Just beat the keeper there. Ishii got to guess right.
That was perfect placement for him, despite Ishii guessing right. Low, hard, right by the post.
Garelli have to pick this one out of their net for the second time today. And Simone Rotas now equaled his goal-scoring tally from the last season. 1 goal. And hey, he's done that. Halos 20% tayo into the 25-26 season. So mahaba pa. Rota now. We've seen that aggression from the start here when you refer to the back line of Arboleda, Basindanan, Casambre, and Rota. Getting up cautiously. It also shows their confidence in the young Nathan Bata.
But also when you have the likes of Simone Rota, of course, he's had such an inspiring story as well. Not sure if everyone is aware of this, but he was abandoned at an orphanage. He was a baby, eventually adopted by an Italian couple, grew up, played in Italy, eventually coming back to the Philippines, connecting back to his cultural roots, playing for the national team, and now continuously has been playing with Kaya FC for the long run.
Stopped by the defense, Broby. Nagmamadali. Has to slow it down. Great find here. They're switching it up. Now Wosu got it to the right side very well. And Zorbito got it to the wing now. Going back with that, I've had the honor of visiting that center of Simone Rota for children. Very touching. Yung siya yung naging father figure dun sa mga bata. Yan yung maganda.
Yeah, CNFC. That's the main one.
Ishii as that goalkeeper. You can see they also have that great angle from where they are. Just able to point things out to their teammates. But this one is overhit. And Arboleda will let this one roll to the side.
This is going to be the second cooling break for this matchup. I feel that every 15 minutes so far, Kaya have been able to score a goal.
Another way to put it, dalawang checkpoint na sa itong laro, dalawang goal. How concerned are you dito para sa Garelli?
Your Garelli, of course. It will be important to take advantage of these cooling breaks, to just reset, get instructions from the sidelines, from the coach, try to find a different angle to be able to hold off a very hungry Kaya FC Iloilo, who have been able to convert 2 goals, one from open play, being able to find the spaces in between despite a very compact and organized defensive line. And again, found the back of the net after a defender gave up a foul inside the box.
Keeper, is that sweat? Wow.
Tandaan din natin, or let's remember, Kaya, the defending champs, have only conceded 1 goal in this season. That was last game. We can also say, o pwede din natin sabihin, medyo malas na Garelli yung susunod na laro because Kaya might let out their anger or frustration from last game here. You could see the body language of these Garelli players though. They are dialed in. But this performance of theirs has leaked in 2 Kaya goals. Let's see how they'll respond given that they had that second cooling break. Big thank you for joining us again right here on the PFL's Facebook and YouTube pages. IFC, the defending champs in yellow and white, Garelli in black and orange. We also have the upcoming FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup. Head to fifa.com/tickets for more. Malapit na, as we know. And it is the month already of the World Cup, just like that. Time does fly. And Basintanan, right-footed cross. Outswinger, couldn't connect with anyone. But it was sent to the side by Zorbito. Throw in dito kay Melisa sa kabila. Zambrano being a bit fancy there. Eso. Oh, and it's another one here for Angeles. Slipping past the defense. Eso worked his magic on the side. Frustration though for Ishii. And 3-0 right after the cooling break.
And Angeles just slotting into that attacking midfielder role. Doing so well today, has been so clinical up on top. That ball from Eso from that left-hand side again. A flick from Angeles to find that bottom right netting. Great ball from Eso. And even a better header from Angeles.
Angeles leads the way for Kaya in this afternoon. A brace for him in about 36 minutes. Some people may be wondering also, is it Angeles that 6 or holding midfielder for them, facilitating? Bakit ba siya umangat? Why is he moving up? It's because Brandon Zambrano is playing that holding midfield role. And Angeles is an attacking midfielder. He has the license to move up. So you see play is stop first for a down player of Garelli.
But you could also feel that fluidity of that midfielder role between Zambrano, Angeles, and Eso. Just so much awareness and understanding of the movement and adjusting to one another.
Robbie. Rota sent it back though. Also follow the Philippines Football League on TikTok _WeArePFL_. Lucas Del Rosario bringing it through the middle. Angeles to the right, chasing a hat trick. Stopped by the defense. Will Garelli be able to pounce in transition? They were holding up play. Bata, the extra man now at the back so that Rota and Casambre could continue to push forward.
And you feel that it's going to be an even bigger uphill battle for Garelli.
Del Rosario controlling it. You see, of course, there's the stop by Traore. We'd like to remind you, of course, also that Sports Stripe is the official match ball of the Philippines Football League. Chance now to build up from the back for Garelli, the team in black and orange. There's that build-up they were looking for in the middle. Nakay Clarino ngayon. Plenty of space to operate. Broby overlaps. Slows it down. God Basindanan. It hits the side of the netting. Nathan Pata had that angle covered. Will this lead to some confidence here for Garelli?
These signs of life up on top for Garelli. Being able to string some passes together, beat out the defender. Shot wasn't on target, but as you've mentioned, this is something for them to build on.
Rota slides it to Marco Casambre. John Meliza, it seems, has that license to roam around. Zambrano, Bedic. Eric Esso charging down. Being a bit more active than usual. No, I say that because Eric Esso does all of the intangibles. He's the glue guy. Here he's stepping it up a bit, of course, given they've rotated their players around. This long ball to no man's land and gifted back to Kaya.
As you mentioned about Esso, he is the guy that you depend on when they are in transition. Whether it's attack to defense or defense onto attack. Did score that goal for Kaya FC when they got that 1-0 win against Stallion.
That's the thing.
And he got that, of course, from just putting on that high press, winning the ball back, and then taking his chances.
Normally, Esso would create these goals here and there or help control the game. He gets that goal to show. Kung may kailangan ba gawin, si Eric Esso ang bahala sa'yo. This one given up by Garelli. How concerned do you have to be if you are Garelli? Down 3-0, and we are only 5 minutes away from the halftime break.
The immediate thing is, of course, not to allow Kaya to score any more goals. Because another goal here would just make it truly bigger mountain to climb in the second half. I've seen teams come back from 3-0 down. And all they have to do is just get to halftime to just reassess again.
The character is there, the performance is there. Clarino gets this one. His touch may have let him down. But Basindanan's presence was enough.
Good work defensively from Basindanan to put on the pressure on Clarino. Making sure it was felt.
So, but that pass to Jan was misplaced. Arboleda got to clean it up. They're playing through Zambrano. Sherwin Basindanan with that stop earlier. Just saying. Kaishu Yamazaki is not the only new defender on the block dito para sa Kaya. Ako rin. In interesting fashion though, as they get into Lucas Del Rosario. Kaishu Yamazaki was put back in his usual midfield role when Kaya had to play some of their recent games, starting with the ACL too. They look to recontrol the midfield against BG Patum. Unfortunately, that effort fell short. Jan Meliza Tried to play it. Defense read that well, like the back of their hand, with Ariola playing left back. Robbie surveys. Got to see that crease in the defense. Will bring it up. Numbers do not favor them though. Shot from distance. And Bata gets the denial to stop this one in Guy.
First chance we've seen a clear-cut opportunity for Garelli. You know that no team can really keep full possession of the game for all 90 minutes. And for Garelli, once in a while they will have their spells. They just have to be clinical, create more chances like that on those counter-attacks.
We've been seeing plenty of these switches for them. They've been working wonders for Kaya. Lucas. Angeles. Pasintanan. Clockwork here in the tight space. And then a foul won by Del Rosario.
Another point of improvement for Garelli. They have been giving around fouls, dangerous area outside the box. A penalty was given a while ago in favor of Kaya.
Is it that over-eagerness with Garelli giving up these fouls? As expected, Jan Melisa will step up to this one. We've seen Melisa score from these angles, we will say, but he played a teammate there, of course. Zambrano, Pasintanan. Took a number of touches, maybe too many. Both teams, of course, didn't get to organize in formation, given that we were coming off a free kick.
As we mentioned, just one of the strengths of Eso, a player so quick in that transition to get down back to defense, to slow things down, to stop the quick counter.
There will be a minimum of 4 minutes of added time.
There you go, additional time confirmed by Chris Malcayabyab, our fourth official. 4 minutes.
See there, that was a 50-50 ball, but Eso did get to it first.
Play this one through. Is there an angle? Here's the stop from Casambre.
Defensively, Casambre just tracking that run of the attacking player of Ngay up on top. Blocks the shot. But for the effort of Garelli, they win a corner late in this first half.
A familiar name and face in Desmond Ngay. That is because he did play for Maharlika FC. Other than his stints back home in Cameroon, he also got to play in Vietnam. Here's the corner kick. They went for the back post. Only Sherwin Pasintanan or hit this one outside. Rota with the clearance. Angeles couldn't reach it. That was read well as the tracking end guy got it. We'll go for the right wing. We've been seeing some life dito sa kaliwa naman sa Garelli. How will it work on the right? Eric Eso collects. Launches this one. It's the captains going at it. Mahinay versus Melisa. Bedic slowing it down, of course, with his veteran experience. Kaya definitely the happier team heading into the dugout. Garelli, if they could get one here, that could give them a lifeline in this game. Pasintanan. Eric Eso to Lucas Del Rosario. The cross again. We've been seeing plenty of those when it comes to crosses. But this has gotta hurt. Dito para kay Joven Bedic. He would have put that away on another day.
That's a great passage of play there. Eso setting up Del Rosario, who gives that perfect cross just behind that defensive line. Keeper was in that transition to go to the opposite end, and Bedic rather just couldn't keep it on target.
That would have
Kaya again, yeah, showing how good they are up on top, creating so many chances all around the park.
That would have been his third goal of the season. Would have been, of course. They have plenty of time. Tandaan nga natin, Natasha, in case may tie tayo sa points at the end of the season, goal difference ang magiging tiebreaker dito. Kaya just slowing it down now. As we say that, it's with Lucas Del Rosario. Oh, showing us the ball control. Jan Meliza dictating traffic. Bidik, fancy to Lucas. Shoots! And a 4-0 just like that, a team goal. And Bidik with that fantastic assist. Sensational.
And the build-up for that goal makes us the best one so far. Players connecting from the back. That did start from that back line to Del Rosario before it found its way down that middle. Bedic able to set up Del Rosario, faking out the defenders guarding him. And Del Rosario low and hard to the near post. Makes this 4-0. Such a dominant first half performance for Kaya FC Iloilo.
And what stings here for Garelli is that they conceded a fourth one heading into the halftime break. There you go. Our goal scorers at the moment. Angeles with the brace, playing that attacking midfield role. Simone Rota buried a penalty. And Lucas Del Rosario, you could say, put the cherry on top for the first half. Well, teams will head over to their respective dugouts, and let's see how things will develop later on. But we will see you after this break.
Another 45 minutes to play.
And here we go, we carry on, of course, the highlights. And without a doubt, Shotaro Ishii, one of the busiest men on the pitch, as you get to see with his saves here and there, left and right.
First 10 minutes, Kaya really just lurking around that attacking third. We're building up different chances. But this is how that first goal started. Zambrano with that cutback pass to Angeles, who continued on his run, eventually finding that back of the net.
In the corner, Nathan Bato was put to work. I do recall, actually, that was a free kick. I think we've seen a number of those also. Simone Rota
penalty awarded for Kaya FC. Simone Rota taking it low and hard, bottom left corner. Gets the second goal. It was the cross from the left-hand side again from Eso. Bedic almost made it to the score sheet as well. And this was the assist that he gave to Del Rosario. Low and hard for that fourth goal. 4 goals, 3 different goal scorers. And when you look at the halftime stats, possession alone, 64% for Kaya, 36 for Garelli. When it came to the shots, 16 shots for Kaya, 11 on target, 4 converted. And for Garelli, they did make 7 shots. They did have 7 shots and 5 on a target. But regardless, no goals to score for, to show for.
We saw, of course, Nathan Bata was up to the task of handling these opportunities here and there. And he's been able to stay firm. And some changes being made now. Mike Ott entering, as is the case with Nico Arañas. Coach Yoshida and Kaya mean business by inserting Mike Ott, their main gun. He has 6 goals so far in this season.
So far, Mike Ott is the top scorer for Kaya FC. He had a 4-game scoring streak where he was able to get and tally up 6 goals. It's his first time in this tournament to be coming off the bench. And let's see what he can add on here to the second half.
Joven Bidic will kick off the second 45 right here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. It's your Philippines Football League 2025-2026 action. And as we saw in the stats, Kaya simply overwhelming Garelli with the numbers we got to see. Volume and quantity. Not essentially a like-for-like change with Eso stepping off. But then again, it's been Brandon Zambrano playing that 6th position. And the players ahead of him playing attacking mid, natural holding mids. Marwin Angeles, early Eric Eso, a license to move forward. They start off guns blazing. Nakay Melisa won it. Angeles chested it, shoots, and is just inches away from a hat trick.
Great work from Kaya to keep it down on that left-hand side. Find a player just at the edge of the box in Angeles. But despite the pressure around him, was able to bring the ball down and take a shot just across the face of goal.
Something also, if we could point out, we start the second 45, and Kaya with a chance from the get-go. Seems like that halftime did not slow them down. A bit of that token pressure. Trying to string it in the midfield now. Arañas, first touches in the game. And there's Eugene Ariola, a former UAP player with Garelli now. There is Nico Arañas. Arañas, though, was with Adamson. Angeles having to deal with pressure here from Ngay.
Of course, Kaya FC currently on top of the standings.
Oh my God, bringing it up quickly. And didn't give us time to breathe right there.
So imagine they've played 6 games, 5 wins and 1 loss so far. 15 points. Right underneath them is Manila Digger, who have 14 points. So a win today could give them that gap again from the second team.
Here they go, connecting with Arañas. Arboleda got to poke it away. They'll carry on now. Here with Kaya consistency with them controlling the game. You'd see spurts from Garelli, but they'd be playing the tempo, of course, of Kaya. And the defending champs will get stops here and there. Here comes Lucas, secured. Bouncing in front of the mouth of the goal, but the keeper saw it was out already. Were you surprised, Natasha? Minimal changes made here for Don Bosco coming out of halftime. Just one change with Nico Arañas entering.
Not really, especially when you're a team that's continuously defending. I mean, that halftime gives them that boost again to get their second wind in. So I'd say maybe around the 60th mark, they might make more substitutions.
So it's a bit of that wait and see up until the 60th minute or so. As we know, the first 15 minutes of the second half, very critical. That's when they'll get to execute changes made here and there by their respective coaches. And Bedik is fouled. Traore is charged with that one.
And Garelli also aren't really known for a team that has a very deep bench that has been tested already.
There quickly we go. Almost a wonder goal here, but that rattled the post. Angeles to Maicon, trying to shift, double teamed. Basintanan gets to delay this foray from Clarino.
What a chance that was from Bedik from distance. Just hitting the post before sailing outwards.
I have to apologize. I was just a spectator watching that ball in flight.
Everyone just stopped. Pati yung goalkeeper napatingin na lang din.
And in my mind, is it in, is it out? Those thoughts, of course, exchanging all throughout. And Yamaguchi. He wants it back now. Garelli scoring only in their win versus Menjola. And they would have liked some positivity to be goals in those losses at the least, to spoil the clean sheet and to show that they do have that firepower, but not the case, right?
The moment you could see they were able to find that short spell of possession, dance around the attacking third.
Jan Melisa, not so sure about his intention there. Sent it in, and Bedik was just kilometers out. See now, Owusu trying to find the gap. There's a bit of that token pressure from Kaya. But from simply being compact in this block, they could just win the ball in the midfield, a very dangerous place. And they could work their magic there. For Garelli, if they find themselves in situations like that, let's see how they'll be able to split the defense here and there with their plays. Maicon, let's remember again, he entered coming out of the halftime break. Balak ni Arboleda, bigay dito kay Maicon as it was cleared off by Mahinay. Melisa sees, of course, that the Garelli defense formation is compact. Rota has that goal to show again. Zambrano, they're working it out in tight spaces. Lucas gave it back. My call from Zambrano again. Basintanan trying to stretch the defense wide. Sherwin, I think, took a bit of a hit. Melissa got it to Bidik. Great job from Mick John Pineda avoiding the ball, as we saw. Jan Melissa, challenge to shoot. Went for it, and it sails over and out.
That occasion, Melissa just couldn't keep the shot on target or in frame. As you can see, he had the time and space. No one really there to close him down.
But you see here, both teams have reduced the tempo of the game a little bit. This one is off of Angeles. As they slow down the tempo, of course, that's because Kaya have the luxury of managing the game a bit. If they take it slow though, it could actually pave way to some goals or additional goals for them. Arboleda. You see Kaya have been trying to penetrate the middle. Bidik had the right intentions. Let that one go in hopes of Maikot collecting it or chasing it. 9 minutes into the second half. Basindana couldn't get it. You saw Broby was able to get that one and send it to the left. Numbers forward for Garelli. Guy, angle to cross, Arañas. His touch is letting him down. That's why I said Lucas Del Rosario now. Later on again, we have that matchup between Taguig and Maharlika. It is a triple header again today. You could catch those, or catch these games, of course, on the Philippines Football League's Facebook and YouTube pages. Michael playing it here. Del Rosario was running out of space. Schroeder made sure to clamp him down and make it difficult for him. Let's hold on for a moment because Pasintanan is down on the pitch.
And at that moment there, good start the first 10 minutes for Garelli. Despite Kaya FC enjoying majority of the possession since the restart in this second half, they've been able to deal and close down the attacks. Just progressing there.
They all look dynamic, that's why.
Zambrano, like a brick wall, gets in the way. Back and forth we go. Clarino gave this one up here. Chance to play it through. Arañas keeps it in play. Guy. Something brewing for Garelli. Broby playing it. Oh, that may have been overhit. And as play will resume, you see it there. Play will be stopped for the moment. You gotta be concerned if it's cramps at the 57th minute. But it has been humid here. As much as I say it is humid, Natasha. But this is part of the fitness of the players, right?
Definitely so. And now Kaya FC about to make 2 changes again. Ray and Thofner getting ready to enter the pitch.
To see the likes of Joven Bidik stepping off. The other being Sherwin Basindanan. Call him Magnus Round, as he did say on Kaya's social media page. The thing here with Magnus Round is that he made his debut for Kaya, not in the PFL, diretso na sa AFC Champions League 2. Round, one of those younger players added to boost the back line of Coach Yu Hoshide. But they inserted Martini Ray. They have that intention to bag more goals here.
As you said, Magnus Round playing now that left back side. Arboleda having to move to the right back position. He has been also another utility player for the side of Kaya FC. Can play upside on the wings, now being deployed as a right back.
Kulang na lang siguro goalkeeper. You haven't had to play goalkeeper, right, in your career as an
Not at all.
emergency. One of those formative days, maybe where it's 7-a-side. We don't count that, of course. I mean, I'm referring to the time where you specialize already as a defender here and there. We've seen some people already have to not step up, but step in to the goalkeeper box. Mahinay.
Also, when you are a player that has to play different roles for your club, eventually you get to appreciate as well the difficulty it is to master different positions.
Arboleda got to secure it in a shaky manner, though. And nonetheless, he got to intercept it. Angeles with 2 goals already leads all scorers in this game. Along with Angeles, let's remember Rota converted a penalty. First, they get the round. Garelli escaped, but they have to deal with his throw-in from deep. To wrap up the scoring so far, it was Lucas Del Rosario who bagged the goal right before the halftime whistle. But it is cruise control from Kaya.
Of course, 15 minutes has passed in the second half. And if you compare it to the first 15 minutes in the first half, Garelli doing better now. But Kaya, of course, since they do have that 4-0 advantage, have that cushion of a lead, can take their time in how they want to approach the second half.
Casambre, got to get it to Melisa. Oh, to Martini. Defense in its way. Cleared off by Garelli. See how comfortable Kaya are, given that Garelli's players all in the defending half.
So once it's launched forward, once they're able, Garelli are able to clear it out of immediate danger, it just goes back to Kaya again.
Oh, Casambre on the same page as Round. Angeles got it. It was a bit cheeky. Melisa showing his confidence in tight spaces. Lucas, my God, 5-0, just like that. Another team goal.
My God, adding up the tally here. 7 goals to his name this season. And as that ball was, the cutback pass was falling for him, you know, with the caliber, the quality of the player that he is, you already knew that was going in. Del Rosario setting Mike Ott up perfectly to a T. Another team goal for Kaya FC. Slots that in the bottom left corner. My God, so clinical with finishing. He's been in great form since his addition. Really such a good pickup for Kaya FC for this 2025-2026 season.
Goal number 7 for Mike Ott this season. Kaya just scored their 30th goal with that. Mahinay. Angeles picked it up. He's getting a bit physical here. Owusu is offering the ball to Angeles down on the pitch.
It's crazy when you think about the number of goals scored. How many goals Kaya have already scored this season? They've played 7 matches. And as you've mentioned, they've already scored 30 goals. It's averaging at like 4 goals per game.
Let's recall. Kaya have only gotten scored on once in this season. Ott again from distance. It was wide though.
You could see despite all of the Garelli players being already on their side of the half, they haven't been quickly able to close down the players who are carrying the ball.
Ott once more. Lucas Del Rosario crossing it.
I'll make sure I take
Angeles got there but was too late. Melissa got to secure. He is surrounded though. Ott wanting it. Dropped one. Just wide. Inches off. That would have been number 2 for Ott in limited minutes. We see Mbida and Bolin who will check in.
Mbida and Bullen, 2 players who are usually in the starting 11 for the side of Garelli, this time around coming off the bench.
Substitution for Bosco Garelli.
And as you see, Encay and Clarino will call it a day after a difficult 65 minutes. But for Kaya, Paulo Bugas will check in, and it will be Angeles stepping off. Angeles ends his shift and back 2 goals.
Is replaced by player number 39, Paulo Bugas.
Paulo Bugas, also proven to be an effective player who comes off the bench for Kaya FC.
Here is a foot race that was triggered. Bata call to action. They tried to get it now to the back. Mahinay. But it was picked up by Martini. So they got it going now their way. Ball in from Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi tried to run wide to stretch the defense.
And Garelli with 2 attacking substitutions. Let's see what the fresh legs do to just really change the pace of this game. To just help Garelli create more chances, to put them in more attacking situations.
Casambre just escorted that one into the gloves of Bata. Aranias was lurking. The thing here with this change of Paulo Bugas, you're adding that stability to the midfield to ensure that the control doesn't drop. Angeles displayed that for 65 minutes, and Bugas also tasked with seeing it for the last, or for overseeing things for the last 20 minutes or so. Connecting now with Round. Bugas gets it back. Bugas to Melisa. That's another collegiate connection also that we will point out. Oh, things difficult here for Rota and Casambre. Simone Rota knocked it to Mbira though. And Jan Melisa. Yes, he was charged with a foul. You gotta talk about his core control there. Tumalsik yung kalaban niya nun.
especially when you have a player like Mbida who is that much taller than Melisa. Not good signs as well on the far side of the pitch. A player is down for Garelli.
The time continues to tick, as you were saying.
But let's see how the introduction of Mbida and Bullen will change the pace, even with these set-piece opportunities. As you all know, Garelli have only scored 2 goals so far this season. The 2 goal scorers are on the pitch right now with the likes of Mbida and Yamaguchi. So you'd say that those players, of course, with a better chance of the confidence of knowing what it's like to score a goal already this season.
Mbira did come off the bench. Yamaguchi is still on the pitch and got the start in that win versus Valenzuela PB Menjola. Both players actually featured in the starting 11. Perhaps those fresh legs could go the way of Mbida. Here's the run by Bullen. Yamaguchi into the danger area. And there you go! Clean sheet spoiled by Garelli. Is this a consolation? Is this a lifeline? We'll see though, but this one boosts their morale without a doubt.
And you can see what it means to Garelli to be able to get 1 goal against Kaya FC, a well-taken set-piece opportunity. There was only 1 player inside that box with a swarm of Kaya defenders, but all of them ball watching, eventually able to connect with the lone player inside that box. Flick of the head, the back of the net, finding the top right corner as well. Fantastic finish from Mbida. Great substitution in this matchup to help really change things up in favor of Garelli, inject some life here in the second half.
And you could see they got to navigate that brief storm. Kaya trying to score right after kicking this one off. Will this lead to some momentum here for Don Bosco Garelli?
Sometimes a goal is all it takes to really just gain that confidence. Feel the shift of momentum now, and the eagerness to attack again.
Cleared off by Nathan Bata. Up now. They're getting up quickly. Martini's making a run for it, but he saw from the get-go that it was offside. Confirmation there of our scorers also at the moment.
Yeah, of course. I'm only joking. Like, it's only a joke. I see lots of, like, a lot of...
And off camera, you do see that Marco Casambre is down on the pitch.
Like, no one...
A number of changes have been made for Kaya already. They did touch that back line with 1 move by inserting Magnus Round at left back. The interesting thing here is that you only have 2 defenders, or only 1 more defender on the bench of Kaya. Yes, Magnus Round was inserted, and that left or leaves Mardiano as the lone man. He is more of a fullback. I am aware also from his time in the PFL that Brandon Zambrano could also be moved back. He's been playing as that holding midfielder or that defensive midfielder for Kaya as of late. Because of this goal of Garelli, that's when you go back. And Johan Mbida found the back of the net. That marked the 2nd goal that Kaya actually conceded in this season. Well, still a feat. Nothing to take away here from the defending champions. But it is a good sign that Casambre is able to walk off the pitch on his own. Interesting, Natasha, what we are seeing in the technical area of Kaya. I'll just take a guess, of course. Is it a nosebleed for Marco? Is they're cleaning up his nose.
So let's see if Garelli can take advantage of the fact that there are only 10 players at the moment on the pitch for Kaya's side. Just continue on to that momentum after getting a goal. As you mentioned, still a mountain to climb.
And as you see, Lucas Del Rosario has dropped down to right back temporarily. How will Garelli translate this one into a chance for starters? But as we say that, it was given away in the midfield. Martini to Bugas. Was slowing down, took a fall. Over to Bullen on the counter. Cuts inside. Yamaguchi got an assist already, but cannot frame this one.
Look at that work from Garelli, winning the ball back in the middle of the park, quickly able to transition it. And as they were on the attack, no one closing down Yamaguchi, just couldn't get a shot on target. But you could see something brewing in it for the side of Garelli, a little bit more confidence when they go on the counter-attack.
Although that shot was not on target, the way they moved on the pitch looked very promising. You could see Coach John Paul Masupay applauding the effort there and the execution. But as expected, Marco Casambre is okay. I say as expected because he got to walk off the pitch on his own and they did not line up any players to replace him in his defensive position. Bugas. Just when he thought that was still in play. Outside here, according to our assistant referee. And here you go in his return. After about 10 months out due to injury. It's Patrick Dato stepping in for Nathan Bata. Let's remember, Dato a mainstay here for the national team and in the PFL as a whole. He's played for top teams here and there. He was injured in the ASEAN Championship last year. Makes his return. You could also see over the past weeks or even months that they've been ramping him up for this. He'll get an opportunity to get about 15 minutes under his belt. Arboleda got this one to the midfield. Now Garelli will try to work on things in the left wing. From distance, secured by Dato. That one, of course, all part of that process of getting his rhythm back and confidence. You could actually see in their training sessions, especially prior to AFC Champions League 2 games, he'd be involved in the scrimmages and the goalkeeper drills. Del Rosario to Ott. Does Lucas keep this in? Not the case. But it's 5-1 at the moment. And Johan Mbida bagged the consolation goal of Garelli. And do you say we are surprised with the man who set up Mbida and Yuta Yamaguchi as the 1-2 punch for their offense?
As you mentioned during this game as well, that these are the two players who are key players on the attack for the side of Garelli. So you're not surprised if it was anyone licking up, that would be Yamaguchi and the likes of Mbida.
Round gets it. Low cross. Stopped by the back line. Yamaguchi knocking it forward. Mbida brewing with his confidence. We just ran through or we just, of course, ran through our scores for Garelli. We'll run through Kaya's in a bit. Bugas to round. Angeles again with a brace here for Kaya. And he was subbed off. And Lucas Del Rosario also got to add a goal of his own, along with Simone Rota, who converted a penalty. Last but not the least at the moment, Maikot checked into the game. You could say scored very quickly from the get-go. No warm-up needed for Maikot.
But if you break it down half per half at the moment, it's only 1-1 here at the second half.
Noni, Ott, trying to break free. And Traore says, not in my house. Sends it now to Mbida. Rota read that well, like the back of his hand.
Kaya doing much better now. He's able to stop, kill that momentum that Garelli had after they scored the goal.
Melisa to Del Rosario. Showing us his shiftiness, trying to get past Ariola, who is a shifty player also. Jan Melisa. But it's no Jan special here for him from that right wing. "11 minutes until we head over to additional time. It is just our opening game of the day and our 2025-2026 Philippines Football League season. Don Bosco Garelli in black and orange. They trail at the moment as they have a man down. Kaya FC Iloilo, the defending champions, moments away from securing this bounce back result. They are in yellow and white. Magnus Round is inserted into the second half just to ensure that they see things through.
And this is, of course, a triple header Sunday. A very special Sunday today. After this matchup between Kaya FC and Garelli, Maharlika will take on One Taguig. And after that, it's going to be Aguilas versus Cebu. Games as well later today. A lot of implications to how the standings will come about, who goes on top of each other in the table. So everything to play for at the moment.
While we are at it also, we'd like to remind you about the upcoming FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup. It will be right here, of course, in Pasig City at the PhilSports Arena. Head to FIFA.com/tickets. I was so excited, I forgot it's the month of the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the days just keep coming. Uy, nandito na pala. That long wait, of course. They'll hit it to the right. Bullen. Yamaguchi was calling for it. Well, Round read that. Magnus Round, of course, wants to finish this one strong. As is the case with Paulo Bugas. Oh, getting clipped here from behind. Referee Mick John Pineda not pleased with that. Gives a warning.
And you know, that's a strong warning because another day that could easily be a yellow as well.
See a change now here being made for Coach Masubay. And Tahan will check in for Eugene Ariola. It'll be a valuable 8 minutes right here for Tahan, of course. With Garelli slowly bringing out the bench. With us mentioning also earlier that their bench is not as deep. This is the opportunity for them to give valuable playing time.
This time around, you saw a switch in how Garelli approached this game. when the game started, they did make 4 different changes rather than playing the usual suspects who always play that first 11. So now they're ending the game with the usual starters that they have.
But just bouncing off of what you said also earlier, if you isolate the scoreline from the second half, 1-1 lang ang score natin. So those changes for Garelli, you don't really say working wonders, but it's giving them something promising that they could carry on to the next game. Oh my God, and Arboleda want to change that one. Noni shoots, scores there, gets that one into the near post.
Arboleda making that run from that back line. Playing higher down the line. Finds himself the smallest of space, connects with Ott. There were 3 defenders around him, no one closed him down. Takes that low and hard and takes that in the first post. Great work from Fitch Arboleda to just bury off any sense of momentum that Garelli built for 15 minutes.
Garelli about 6 minutes or so from seeing things through in the second half. Just like that though, Arboleda changes things up, and he is the 5th goal scorer for Kaya in this afternoon.
When you think about the wingbacks as well of Kaya FC, they really are players that help out on the attack.
You see there the yellow already issued to Owoso. Maiko trying to calm him down, of course, because Paulo Bugas got clipped already for the 2nd time in this match.
Bugas has been on the receiving end of 2 really tough challenges, 2 heavy tackles.
Interesting chat here between Mick John Pineda, our referee, and Magnus Round. Tato getting minutes under the belt again in his return. They are ramping him up slowly but surely. Seen Tato, a national team goalkeeper, get some games on the bench already as part of that process. As Rota carries on the attack for them. Zambrano. Zambrano's been that steady and stable force for them in the midfield, with him getting the start and ensuring that everything's kept together with the subs coming in. As Ott gets it to Bugas. Try to go for the give and go. Garelli desperately get the stop.
But how quick Maikot is when he has that ball, able to dance around the defenders before releasing it to another teammate.
And here is that cross that was stopped. I believe Kaya wanted a handball. No call here. Mbida got it forward now. Poland also making a run for it. Yamaguchi. Arañas on the left. Easily to the gloves of the keeper here at the near post. Bugas will slow it down. There's attacking numbers, but he was on an island in the midfield. Meliza connecting with Bugas. 3 minutes until additional time here. And it's an impending W for Kaya FC Iloilo. It was a 1-point gap for Kaya after the last match day. Manila Digger trailed just by a very precarious margin. They get to push that once more and put the pressure on the teams who are out to chase them and the teams who are also out to dethrone the team in yellow.
And that's what makes the game after this that much more interesting between Maharlika and Wantagig.
As Martini wanted to drill this, but off target. So I'm actually looking forward to that championship round where we are going to see a single round robin between the top 6 teams and teams from 6 through 11 in rankings will get to play in that classification stage. Pero tandaan nga natin, we have a double round robin first before we head over to that championship round. The name of the game is to finish in the top 6, but of course, your points from the first 2 rounds will carry over to that championship round. So it's important that these teams show up every weekend, which we know is very difficult. I'd also like to remind you that Sports Tribe is the official match ball of the Philippines Football League. We also have the Minsan Football Show every week where we actually have our games here in the PFL. Out from distance once more, and Ishii secures this one. Last but not the least, don't you forget to give us a follow on TikTok _BRPFL_. Embida, but this got to Bugas. It's uncertain in the midfield. Some physicality being shown by Melisa. Oh, he has that even if he's not one of the tallest players on the pitch. Zambrano to Del Rosario. Lucas got past 1, made it 2. Rattled the post again, but it's good on the follow-up here for the defending champs.
Great work up on top for Kaya FC. Just switch back on to beast mode. Del Rosario down the right, nutmegs the defender. Tried to go for glory, but hit the post. Second ball fell perfectly for Martini Ray. And look at that, nutmeg in quad vision. Hitting the post, second ball, yet 3 attacking players inside the box. Just ready to pounce on the second ball, and Martini Ray gets a goal.
You got to see that in our quad vision replay brought to you by Upstream Sports TV. And you could say that's the cherry on top, thanks to Martini Ray. Thanks to that goal, Martini is the 6th goal scorer of Kaya this afternoon. The man leading the way though for them was subbed off, Marvin Angeles. He bagged the brace in the first half.
You tell that the movement up on top has been very fluid for Kaya FC. Able to get the small passes in between the defenders. And also from the defensive line, able to get those line-breaking passes up on top.
We are nearing the 2nd minute already in our stoppage time. We have 4 minutes allotted again, as we got to see earlier from fourth official Crismel Cayabyab. Big thank you again for joining us right here on the Philippines Football League's Facebook and YouTube pages. And Kaya, minutes away from sealing this commanding win. But for Don Bosco Garelli United, they had that consolation goal. This marks the 2nd game where they got to find the back of the net. Cramps here in the end game already for TB Garelli.
And if we did see earlier, Embida was given a yellow card for the late challenge on Simone Rota. And say that the reason why he was given that yellow card was because he already got that warning when he gave that sliding tackle from behind on Bugas. He got a strong warning there And so with this second hard foul on Rota, that's when the referee decided to give him the yellow card.
And here is our change for Garelli with Panagodos checking in for Michael Broby. You got to feel for Michael Broby with the box-to-box effort that he put in this afternoon. No, unfortunately, he didn't get the result here. But you love the applause here that Broby is getting from his family and friends. Round getting in because Bugas shifted to the left. Zambrano plays it to Paulo Bugas. That left side connecting. Round flying by the defense. Zambrano will return it to Bugas. Get some space. And shy of the near post.
And everybody wants a go at goal here towards the last minute of this matchup.
Our goal scorers again, Angeles with 2. He bagged his brace in the first half. Noni Arboleda, Simone Rota, Lucas Del Rosario, Mike Ott, and Martini Ray all got to add a goal each here. Zambrano seems like he wanted to get forward also and get a chance of his own. Well, they'll play it forward. You see it is a bit shaky there from Yamaguchi. And that does it here. 7-1 at full time in favor of Kaya FC Iloilo over Don Bosco Garelli United. The bounce back result secured right here for Kaya, the defending champions. But for Garelli, it's their second straight loss right after getting that breakthrough win for them this season. Coach Yu Hoshide, no smiles, because of course they are playing the long game here in that drive, of course, to carry on their championship run. But there you go once more. 7 for Kaya FC, 1 for Garelli. A consolation to spoil the clean sheet of the team in yellow and white. But here's the highlights. Plenty of attacking opportunities for Kaya, especially in the first 45.
A lot of goals scored, just as much in the second half as well. But this was the goal. Yamaguchi to Embida, finds the back of the net, injected life for Garelli in that second half. They had a few chances as well. But Kaya FC so dominant on the attack. Arboleda gets on the goal sheet as well. So one of the chances that they had towards the end of the game. But Lucas Del Rosario hitting the woodwork. Second ball for Martini Ray, making this such a dominant 7-1 victory. Commanding effort from Kaya FC Iloilo, who get that bounce back win.
There you go again. Kaya FC just unleashing themselves, bagging 7 after falling in a close-fought match last week. Garelli, as we mentioned, get to bag a consolation goal as they will head home. But this game also marked the return of national team goalkeeper Patrick Dato after being away from the game for 10 months as he recovered due to injury. But we are going to take it to the ground, of course, as we have our interview down on the pitch.
Congrats, Paige, on the game. What are your thoughts on the result, especially bouncing back after a loss?
We try to keep our momentum, especially going to Thailand this week. Unlucky we concede 1 goal, so we're trying to keep it 0-0, clean sheet for us, but it's football. anything can happen.
Bouncing back from a loss, what was the message from the coaching staff this afternoon?
Yeah, we have to move forward and try to focus on every game.
And then last, shout out to any Kaya fans or family.
Thank you for supporting us. Keep on supporting us, especially Kaya, and also the all of the team in the PFL. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you po.